Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the daily Triple Q report for Friday, February 4th, 2022. Before we look at the charts, just as usual, want to encourage you to please click like each and every time you watch the daily Triple Q report. It helps us a great deal with the YouTube algorithms and being found on YouTube when people search for Triple Q analysis, Nasdaq-100, so forth and so on. And subscribe. Subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. It'll provide you notification each and every time the Wicked Stocks Daily Triple Q report has been uploaded for your viewing, and seeing it certainly before the opening bell is important when it's relevant and fresh for your using and your trading and analysis. So let's take a look at the charts. This is just a reminder of kind of the bigger picture. A couple of weeks ago, actually more than 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago last Wednesday, we settled below that long-term channel bottom at 375.25, then setting off a sell signal that I was saying at the time was probably a 3 to 5 week target at 326.5. Since then, over this week, actually since Monday, we had a pretty significant, what I've been calling a counter trend rally, and then we gave a lot of it back actually on Thursday with those Facebook earnings. By the way, I wish I would have mentioned this in the Daily SPY report. I didn't. But we put out a Facebook analysis, a stock pick, a stock analysis on Facebook on wickedstocks.com. It does require a premium membership of $25 a month to see it, but we put out several of those a week. So if you like to trade individual stocks, and certainly Facebook has weight in this index, it might be worth having a look-see. We do offer a 7-day free trial, by the way, and you can bow out at any time. Anyway, enough of that. 375.25, our ceiling through February, below which 326.5 is still expected, likely by the end of February or into early March. So let's take a closer look here at things. 375.25 there is shown. It is backed up by 378.47. That is a descending 2/3 speed line that takes into account the move low from about a week and a half or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, about a week and a half ago. And so that is really our ceiling. And we do need to get up and over that for the Triple Q to show a good Q1 low. Not only good through February, but good through March. I think if we were to close above 378.75, 408.71 becomes the next realistic 2 to 3 week target where we could top out, a double top for a week or so, maybe longer. But really it's the 420s I'd anticipate if we were to close above 378.47, and that should take every bit of 3 to 5 weeks, maybe the better part of 2 months. So there's that. Let's take a look at the downside. We have a steeply rising channel bottom now at 349.46 today, and we also have a rising 2/3 speed line that comes in at 349.59, and that is likely to be tested today. If you were watching yesterday's Daily Triple Q, you know that we had a rising 1/3 speed line that we actually opened below on Thursday. It did essentially contain the daily highs, and it's at 364.98 today. And having settled below it clearly on Thursday, I have a 2 to 3 day target at 349.46, which I said is probably going to be tested today, where, I might add, we could bottom out, I'm going to say, into the middle of next week. I'm reluctant to call that a level that could contain selling through next week, although that may well happen. Once tested, we could rally back into the 375.25 area within a full week of trade. And then closing below 349.46 is our downward pivot point, our aggressive pivot point into later February, that still targeted 326.5 level, then in reach over the next week or two. Let's take a look at the support and resistance for today. You can see the 349.46 to 59 area that is likely to be tested today, especially if we're holding below 356.88. which is a level that can contain initial intraday buying pressures, and below which I am expecting 349.46 to 59 intraday, where once again, I've got that as 2 stars. 2 stars for me. It's kind of a nice 2 to 3 day bounce, but as I mentioned, we might bounce out off of that area through next week and head back into that mid to upper 370s by the end of next week with this kind of volatility. But as I show in this text here, if we break 349.46 today, 341.10 is in reach by the closing bell, and if we settle below 349.46 today, the 334.15 low from a week and a half or so ago is likely to be tested within a few days. And then, of course, as I mentioned, that 326 50 objective within a week or two of closing below 349.46. Now, upside today, if we push or open above 356.88, that 364.98 speed line is in reach today where we can place a daily high. And if we close today above 364.98, then I think recovery into the mid to upper 370s is likely again. Once again, that is at 375 and a quarter to 378.47 speed line area. That becomes, I think, a realistic 2 to 3 day, 3 to 5 at the very most, 2 to 3 day target if we close today above 364.98. I'm going to finish with the support and resistance here. You can see if we close above 364.98, I mentioned how 375.25 to 78.47 is likely again within 2 to 3 days or so, where once again we can tap out through February, and once again below which the triple Q remains heavy over that time frame, anticipating the 326.50 area as a met objective where once again we can bottom out through the year itself. I think that pretty much covers it. Please click like each and every time. That includes this time you're watching the Daily Triple Q Report. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll be back Sunday afternoon with Monday's Daily Triple Q Report. You have a great weekend.